Hey everyone, Josh here from Real Talk, and today I want to talk about a film I recently watched. So, what happens when your relaxing family vacation turns into a bloody folk horror nightmare? Today I want to talk about Getaway, the new horror comedy written and starring Nick Frost. And trust me, this holiday is one you would want a refund for. So, as I mentioned, it's written by Nick Frost. It's directed by Stephen Hars. Getaway follows a British family, Dad Richard, Mom Susan, and their two teens who head to a remote island in Sweden for a quirky little tradition called Karantan. And what starts off as what is just basically an awkward culture clash soon spirals into ritual sacrifice, cannibalistic traditions, and a fight for survival. Think The Wicker Man meets Midsummer, but with Nick Frost cracking dad jokes. So let's talk about what works. First off, the premise is fantastic. It mashes up folk horror, comedy, and satire in a really fresh way. You can tell it's riffing on the classics, but still trying really hard to carve out its own bloody path. Secondly, the performances. Nick Frost is hilarious as this clueless dad, and Aisling B keeps things sharp with her wit. Their family squabbles feel real, and it helps the horror hit harder when things do go south. And third, the finale, that last 30 minutes go absolutely off the rails. Bloody, twisted, and honestly pretty clever. If you're in it for the chaos, you'll get your payoff. Now, it's not all smooth sailing. The pacing drags early on. The first act here feels like it's kind of stuck in neutral before the horror really kicks in. The humor also doesn't always land. Some gags feel forced, like sketches that stretched out too long, and the satire can lean a little too self aware. And let's be real, some characters are thinly sketched. You get broad archetypes, but not much depth. And a few plot points feel like, well, they're just there to really move things along. So, with that, the real talk scale, my fake scale where I rate everything, I give Getaway 3.5 reels out of 5. It's not a perfect film, but it is absolutely entertaining, messy fun, especially if you love horror comedies that really go for it. They swing for the fences. The first half stumbles a bit, but once it finds its rhythm, it really delivers laughs, blood, and a finale that is absolutely worth sticking around for. So if you're into those twisted vacations and folk horror and satire, Getaway might just be your next weekend watch. Just maybe don't book your next trip to Sweden. With that, I'm Josh, and this has been Real Talk on YouTube and TikTok. Please make sure you hit that like, subscribe, and follow for more of my little reviews. Thanks, everybody.